To the stream. This is pretty sick stuff. Good job. Whoever picked out this match, well done.
You're not getting paid enough.
It's been a while. I actually haven't played Overload Shaman at all this expansion. It's usually one of the first archetypes I test because I love it. It's very, very fun. I just like playing Ancestral Healing on stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, when in a metagame where people were playing, you know, Tink Master for crying out loud to try to transform stuff to stop Taunt Druid, it just felt like Overload Shaman with Ancestral Healing or Ancestral Spirit was not a good choice with all the hexes and polymorphs. However, Quachi just throws caution to the wind and says, you know what, man?
I'm going to win anyway.
I'm going to get there anyways. And it turns out, you know, 4 8/8s that revive are very hard to clear, especially against Shudderwalk Shaman. They can't really clear all of them.
Yeah, the only 2 hard removal they have in the deck is the Hex, but if you're summoning 4 things, Hex only can deal with 2 of those. Still pushing 16.
Yeah.
I think at this point, PNC is just going to... He's on the, I'm going to get this done as quickly as possible and kill the man with Shudderwalks before he can get this wacky combo off.
Well, the nice thing about Shudderwalk is that if you kind of play your resources correctly, you could stall for a long time. You can Shudderwalk, and assuming it bounces, you have Glacial Shards, and then after the first survival of hits, you pretty much win because you have all these one-mana Shudderwalks, and you pretty much will freeze the board no matter what. Maybe even clear it if you played Agatha. So PNC does have, you know, the inevitability, in my opinion, still. Even though people feel like maybe if you set this up, they can't answer it.
Yeah, it is going to take a little bit longer than anticipated, though, because PNC is actually not running Hemet in his list. I think that's a card that a lot of people, a lot of controversy around that card. A lot of people are saying destroys all the cards you need to live, and other people are arguing, well, you don't need to live because you're getting to your combo that much faster. And so PNC is opting to cut that out. And I think that's going to, you know, kind of, you know, bite him in the butt a little bit here when, you know, he's trying to, you know, get it done as quickly as possible.
But PNC does not disappoint himself. You might think that this is a traditional list, but he's got Unstable Evolution.
What to do?
I don't know where this card came from.
That is awesome. Well, it came from, I believe, Journey to Angora, where a bunch of evolution abilities were added to the game.
I don't know where it came. The idea came from. To put this in a deck.
I think Peter Whalen designed the card.
Yeah. I want the origin story. I want its origin story. I want its solo movie. Nice. I want its crossover episode with Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Infinity War, man. Some of these Hearthstone decks that we see at this tournament are even more ambitious crossovers. Sandbinder.
Drawn the Giant.
Oh, it makes so much sense, man. It's like the Snow Fairy Giant and Elemental.
The other Giants are going to be Elemental soon, too.
They are, I believe.
Are they already?
Why do you think he's putting Mountain Giants in his Mage deck? Well, I mean, that was in it before, but that just makes it stronger.
This lineup makes me so happy.
I don't even know what he's trying to beat. Maybe he should beat like the big spell mages, because I think this could beat big spell mage lineups really, really badly. Because they can't answer Giants, they just can't answer Giants. And Tess Rogue outvalues it so heavily because Tess has this weird trait. Oh, I hope we cast. No, it was banned. No. Okay, well, all my preparation for this cast got thrown out the window. But
that's the last 2 days practicing Tess Rogue.
I want to point out one thing. Tess Rogue, and we'll go back to the casting of this game, I swear. When you become another hero through a Death Knight, for example, when you play Tess and Shadow Step it counts as everything as a rogue card that's a different class. So every rogue card you play replays. So if you play Pickpocket, you get a pickpocketed card. And then if you Shadow Step it, Tess summons herself like Shudderwalk. So you basically have this, and also Shadow Step. So you have this basic opportunity for Shudderwalk combos with Tess. Except it's like complete chaos, and it's awesome.
This game's
I'm really sad that it's not going to be on this series.
I'm going to craft that deck. The series inspired me.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to play it now.
I'm going to dust half your collection and craft a golden version of Tess Rogue for you.
Thank you.
Right after this.
I appreciate that, Dan.
Okay, so back into this game, this Shaman versus Shaman, which is...
not the Shaman mirror everyone was expecting.
It's not the Shaman mirrors come to expect. So one of the tough things that Quachi is going to run into is the timing on this Ancestral Spirit, because if he can dodge a Hex or force a Hex, he's in a good spot.
There's a Spellstone. And start overloading, get that upgraded as quickly as possible.
Yep, and all of the cards that overload tend to work really nicely because it's overload 3, so upgrade the Spellstone all the time.
Crushing hand. Yep. First elemental. Lightning Storm, unfortunately, is only 2.
It's only 2, but he has other ways to pair it with it. I wonder if he runs Zap as well. No, okay. Looks like he wants to have heavy hitting spells.
Every time I see the Spellstone upgraded, I just see the Omega Lol emote.
Oh, because the Spellstone's like opening its mouth
Yeah.
further. That's pretty funny. I like that.
If you actually see the progression of the Spellstone upgrading, it looks like it's going from Lol to Omega Lol to
Like
Hyper Lol.
We must go deeper.
How many times can we upgrade this? Going for the Volcano over, say, the Hex. I actually like that a lot. I think he's recognizing that we're going to have to save this Hex for a Death Rattle, that whatever they puts the Ancestral Spirit on.
But now, if you can get that Snow Fury Giant down to 0, he just has the combo. Snow Fury Giant, Ancestral Spirit, and Spellstone into GG.
That 5 more Overload is all we need. We have it.
Right.
We're so close.
Dude, this deck is scary. Like, if you're a slow lineup, like, you give this deck all the time in the world to pull this off.
Just crushing hand the Life Drinker.
He has it next turn. Oh, he has the Overload more with the Snow Fury Giant. So yeah,
2 more turns.
Another Earth Elemental. And he can play it even if he crushing hands. Wow, it just works so nicely.
I just love it when everything just comes together, just as intended.
Well, that's kind of what, the tier 5 decks, because that's what this is. It doesn't even belong anywhere near on the radar of most people. But, tier 4/tier 5 decks, they can win. A lot of things have to go right, and your opponent has to be unprepared, which it clearly is. I mean, PNC would be even more prepared if it was...
Who can be prepared for this?
Closed deck list. If it was closed deck list, it'd be the ideal scenario for Quachi. But either way, PNC's still not accounting for this deck, and he certainly hasn't practiced against it. So how do you know the right lines of play? And then when the draws line up for it, it is, the stars align, man. It is just crazy.
I feel like we're still in like the top, 12 of Quachi's deck? Or Quachi's deck? And so we're getting this fairly early on. And so I don't even know, how much more does PNC need to do before he can even attempt to get the Shutterwalk online?
Yeah. Crushing hand.
Another one.
And Mana Type.
We're going to be overloaded for 3.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to wait one more turn, unless he just wants 4 8/8s.
4 8/8s, I mean, it kind of doesn't matter, right, if you have them healed or not.
We already saw Volcano.
Right, and he only can hex one of them. I think I like Mana Tide better for sure, but maybe he's thinking about having the most pressure possible.
Wait a minute. No.
No way.
Don't do it. We have the combo. No. Is he just gonna Ancestral Spirit it and hope he doesn't have Hex?
No, it doesn't feel like you would Ancestral Spirit this. It feels like you would do that after.
We're so excited.
Wait, what?
No. You fool.
No, say that with more conviction. Yell, Will. I need you to yell.
You fool.
No, more dramatic, like you're in an anime.
I don't speak Japanese.
Say it in English like a bad dub.
Like, you don't see me, but my mouth is moving out of sync with what words coming out of my mouth. You fool. You fool.
Yeah. You try.
I'm not a voice actor.
It's okay, me neither. He's crossing his fingers for no Hex.
But it's so likely that he has it.
Will, I don't understand.
I'm mad and confused all at the same time. I'm feeling so many emotions.
There you go. I like that.
There's the passion you were looking for.
Am I missing something? Is he trying to find a single window here? Like, cause he's afraid. Oh, is he afraid of Shutterwalk? But his opponent, even his opponent Shutterwalk.
He's only played one of each. So even if he Shutterwalks, like, I don't think you can. Does it?
He has a chance to still fail because he hasn't played many chain gangs.
Yeah, there's a chance to still fail, and even if hypothetically this 8/8 were to live, like, it's 8 damage. Like, you still need to do 17 more. Oh.
He is crushed.
I'm crushed.
I am crushed. We're all crushed.
This is what crushing hand feels like.
Quachi
when it
played
hits
crushing
you.
hands on the casters, and it was super effective.
Now what happens?
Get him off stage! I don't want to see this anymore. This is so disappointing on many levels. But that being said, he still has the ability to copy his Earth Elementals, and it's very clear that PNC still has a little bit of trouble because he does not have the Shutter Walk, nor is he even kind of close to guaranteeing a way out of this game. Because if Shutter Walk comes down, the board state still stays the same because he doesn't have his Glacial Shard played yet, even though it's in his hand, and he doesn't have like Hagatha to start clearing the board off a little bit.
All hope is not lost, Frodan. We have another giant in the deck.
Oh yeah, there's another giant which can be really good, but
But
now
I wanted to do it now.
I'm tunneling in on this Greater
Yeah.
Sapphire Spellstone, and I'm thinking, what if, man?
Speak to me.
It's just laughing at him. The Spellstone is Omega lulling at that play.
Oh yeah.
Like to play with fire.
You should have used me.
Little time.
We'll see. PNC not going for the totem. I think he wants to just see what he draws first. Ooh! Gets 3 where it counts.
We have the Glacial Shard as well. 7 damage ain't going anywhere.
Oh man, but the Sapphire Spellstone is just so much worse now on like a 7/4.
And also all the new ones are going to stay frozen and not unfreeze the following turn.
Yeah.
There's a Lightning Storm. That's about as good as that's going to get against Shutterlock.
Yeah, and I think we would love to draw another giant here.
Job's done.
And as much as Quachi would love to let rip on the Spellstone, he's also used so much of his Overload. Okay, now that's a good pickup, but he can't play both because he's overloaded for 2. And now PNC picks up the Unstable Evolution. Now he can Hagatha and Earthshock. The problem is by playing Hagatha, he gives up his easy access to a hero power for Unstable Evolution.
I wonder.
That being said, I am very much in favor of playing Hagatha this turn. It's a way to keep your hand count from dwindling to very low numbers, and also you shut off your opponent from being able to draw more cards and potentially copy this Earth Elemental, which could be disastrous.
Yeah, Hagatha can give us another Hex that we could potentially use on
Right.
a tempoed out minion with Ancestral Spirit.
Right.
Really going to be just looking for draw, but unfortunately, PNC's out. It doesn't look like he has that many cards left in the deck. I don't want to take 7 damage. I want to get rid of this as quickly as possible. First shot coming down.
Okay.
I wonder if he save. So I think he's saving Zola for the Shutter Walk, so we get the guarantee, so it can't miss.
This deck is so greedy. Spirit Echo. Oh no, that's terrible. Oh man.
I also kind of want to play Zola and start Unstable Evolutioning.
The thing is, Zola is his guarantee that he gets another Shutter Walk chance. So he plays Shutter Walk and then he gets it back. That's partially why he coined out the Grumble with it, which I think is fairly clever.
Yeah.
PNC picks up Hex. That's not going to do anything, and you're kind of right. It's like it doesn't do anything. His Unstable Evolution, and now his Hex is his answer to another giant if it comes out, because it's Quachi kind of makes it seem like he doesn't have any Spellstone.
Farsight. Another free Lightning Bolt. Not what he was looking for.
Yeah.
A whole lot of spells that do a whole lot of nothing. I think, what other threats does he have left in the deck besides the last giant?
Does he have another Earth Elemental? Because he discovered one.
Yeah, he has 2 Earth Elementals in the deck.
Right.
He has his own Hagatha.
Okay, what's important is he could use Spirit Echo and Greater Spellstone. So he has the ability to get those giants back.
Uh-huh.
And then use Ancestral Spirit on one of them. Like, he doesn't have to be terribly greedy there.
Perplexing.
First, we need the giant.
Yeah. And if I'm PNC, I'm still passing here. Your opponent's just putting 2 health of damage per turn. And right now, these players are just matching each other's draws of doing absolutely nothing. He's going to copy his 2-8!
The 2-8.
Well, I mean, it's still pressure on the board. He technically quadrupled his pressure, so,
8 damage in hand, 8 on board.
it's like having
Yes.
one giant.
With a whole lot more health. Approximately 4 times the health. It's an 832 giant. I would have rather had
I would have rather
32 attack.
I would have much rather have 32 attack.
A path dimly lit.
This is like a very poor consolation prize that no one really wanted.
Okay. Well,
Volcano ain't doing anything.
yes.
We have an Earth Shock and a Hex.
I am thinking very hard if PNC should pull the trigger on any of these cards, but I don't think he has to because he has healing range to stall.
Like we said, it's only 8 damage. He's at 25. I think he knows the range. This deck doesn't have burst besides the lightning bolts, so we know that at most 8's coming from hand. So I don't think him dying is anywhere on PNC's radar, and so just a perfectly good reason to pass.
Yeah. I like it. I like that too. It gives you an actual way to do something. However,
Doesn't have any minions to
he actually
activate with it.
sabotages his own board in doing so, which is pretty funny. It's much better than doing nothing, though.
Spirit Echo.
Do you want Healing
No.
Totem and spell damage? Actually, you kind of do for Hagatha.
Just to play something.
I actually don't think it's bad to Spirit Echo there, in hindsight, because you might win through just like
Yeah.
killing the lightning bolts and whatnot.
I don't think we're ever getting anything
Oh,
good off the
okay.
Spirit Echo.
Okay, this
Another-
is spicy. So he can evolve 4 times in Healing Rain. That gives him up to a 7-mana minion. Ooh, Quash doesn't even want to look. He's turning
Oh, the
away.
Rush is a battle card, so he can't attack with it.
Ooh, that doesn't have lifesteal.
an
Elemental.
8/8.
Oh, I have my own elemental giant now. Ooh.
I've never heard PNC talk. Is that how he's?
No, he actually has a very normal accent. You might think like, you know, Latin American accent, but he's very good at English. I like it a lot.
That's good. I've had conversations with Malcolm Dan where I've just walked away,
Yeah,
nodding my head. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I had no idea what that man just said. Baku.
Into
Tarantus.
Woo! Nice.
We
high
did
five.
it.
And is that 8 plus 4 plus 16? He's 1 damage off lethal? If
He's one.
am I counting that right? 8.
Put him to 1. Yeah, because it's 8 on board, 8 with the 4 plus 4 with the lightning bolts.
If he somehow got like the 1/1 totem.
No! We can duplicate the spell power totem. Make 1 copy of it.
Oh, you're right.
That's
You're
lethal.
right. You're right. You're right. He can spellstone.
We just need the 1. It's a 7-mana faceless
He can
manipulator.
still do it.
Do it. No, no, no!
All one.
No!
Quachi, you were my hero. And son, I am disappointed. What are you?
Don't give me
do that.
He's like, we got this.
Stop it. No.
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 Stop that right now.
Oh.
Get an admin over there. Get him off the stage. I don't want to. I can't look at this.
I've never wanted someone to win a Hearthstone game more than I do for PNC right now. I've literally never desired anybody to take a victory in this children's card game up until this point. I have a deep resonance of this emotion right now. Get him, PNC! Heal up that life!
Perplexing.
The thing is, these
12-12.
armies of 2/8s are still very effective. All
Yeah.
jokes aside, you know, very clearly we're not.
That's still 8 damage.
That's
every
still
turn. Now it's 10.
It's actually still hard to survive.
And this Tarantus is doing nothing.
Yes.
Killing it is coming right back.
He still has no Shutter Walk. Yeah, Hex another target.
Lightning Strike, Volcano, Earth Shocks. At least it's a full board.
Yeah.
What's going
All right.
this game?
I actually still like Hagatha in this position, but Because then you can Hagatha and play your totems to get cards. But what do I know?
I thought I knew things going into this game, and this game has just made me question everything I thought I knew.
Guachi's on another wavelength, man. I just don't understand.
You were talking about levels.
This guy's IQ can't be contained by Roman numerals.
We're playing Hearthstone. He's playing four-dimensional.
Any kind of integers.
Four-dimensional Hearthstone.
It's like 10-dimensional underwater chess, dude.
A path dimly lit.
What do you even do?
So
just a whole bunch of death rattles, a lot of health.
PNC does have ways to try and fish for some opportunity. Like he could Volcano his Acolyte, but that's not as exactly guaranteed. He could also unstable evolution his Acolyte.
I want to know what like the stats are on like.
Oh, interesting.
Potentially even hitting the Acolyte with a Volcano with all this health on the board.
He just needs a single taunt minion and he can attach Ancestral Spirit to it. He could unstable evolution his Acolyte.
We're looking for another healing rain.
Oh.
He found it.
Wow. Nice. Nicely spotted.
Really just anything. Like I said, the Hagatha, I'm really happy you played it early because now we can find more cards like the Lightning Storm, Hex, Healing Rain, those really good Shaman cards. Even a Wind Fury wouldn't be half bad now. Put it on the well, I mean, you can't put it on the Tarantus because it's untargetable. I take that back.
You can get that Wind Fury minion, but
no, it's only spells.
It's only spells.
Yeah. Now we're making room for the 7/8.
Yeah. But if he's doing this, he's not dealing with the Acolytes. And I think now it's starting to get really scary because of the threat of Shutterwalk.
Yeah, now the Shutterwalk's actually going to be like. He was playing around Shutterwalk like 18 turns ago.
Is he planning on doing anything to these Acolytes, or is he going to let them draw at least two cards each?
I don't think he wants to waste the Lightning Bolts because I think he has the game plan of sending these face. Is he saying that my health is so high?
Whoa! Wait! July 4th was a week ago, dude.
We're in Oakland. Fireworks are not legal here.
What? What am I watching? I literally have no idea what I'm watching. Will, interpret this madness for me.
I think his mindset. My minions' HP are so high. This Volcano isn't going to clear any of it. I have a healing totem. That's going to give him all +1 health back. And I have Healing Rain on the bounce back. I'm trying so hard right now to just like justify half the things this man's doing.
I feel like he just didn't want to waste 5 mana.
He's like, I've been told it's bad to float mana. I need to be as mana efficient as possible.
Almost out of cards.
He's almost out of cards. Shutterwalk is the last card.
Well, I can't, dude. Oh my goodness.
I'm so happy. I don't know why. This game just brings me so much joy. Tarantus killed your thought. You gotta get going.
Out of time. He has to kind of play his Serenite Chain Gang as well.
So he only has to get one more Unstable Evolution off. He does. Karen. Real good. Getting the Serenite Chain Gang down. So we've got 2 in the pool. So the Shutterwalk.
Now, his board doesn't do anything. All right, you got a Lightning Storm though. Okay, so now that clears off the 2/3s, and he can push damage again. But he can't develop anything.
What's actually interesting.
So part of the reason why I felt like Hagatha was important to develop before is it actually gave him some momentum, because right now he's stalled by his own 2/8s. It's like PNC, because he got, he got very nice opportunity with the Healing Rain number 3, but he's actually not progressing his win condition. He's literally playing into PNC's win condition, which is stalling.
There's actually another line a lot of people forget to take, is that because Hagatha is in the hand,
yeah,
it fills up the hand very quickly. He had a full board. You can fill up the hand with Grumble, and the Shutterwalk, even if you get the Serenite off first, the Serenite Battlecry at least, it won't come back to the hand. And so there was actually a line there where you have a bunch of 2/8s, just leave the board as is, and he can never play the Shutterwalk.
Oh, he's playing the Shutterwalk.
Oh yeah, he's playing it.
And this will be one of the most important moments all game. He's like,
it's the last card in his deck. Why are you, like, he obviously had it.
He got the copy.
Oh man.
I'm gonna need an admin to go.
I can't wait to read this guy's Reddit thread later today about how oppressive Shutterwalk is. And everyone's just gonna lay into him.
Yes, this is 100% guaranteed victory now because he has double Shutterwalk with one more as a backup guaranteed. Let's have the option of freeing his hand up with Bane Blood. It doesn't matter actually about his hand size anymore because he can't draw a card.
It actually doesn't even free up the hand because it just gets replaced by a spell.
That's true. That's true.
I'm almost out of cards.
He's out of the card. I don't understand anymore, dude. I'm losing it.
This game has been a roller coaster.
Now is Hagatha turn. Yeah.
I went from incredibly excited to incredibly happy to disappointed to angry all in the same game.
we went through the 5 stages of grief. There was a lot of bargaining. We were stuck there for a while, but now we're here at acceptance.
We just started. I haven't accepted it yet.
All right. So PNC thinking, what should I do here? Because if I play up my spells, I'll free up my hand. So he's gonna Lightning Storm first. That makes a lot of sense.
Overload, not really something he has to worry about since he has a 1-cost Shutterwalk.
Mm-hmm. And at worst case, he has a 9-mana Shutterwalk in case the thing fails, which is more likely than not to succeed. He also has like an Ancestral Spirit to like
put on the
Shutterwalk.
All right,
and
it bounces. The Zola goes off twice, unfortunately, actually, which you would much rather have the 1-cost. The 1-cost died, unfortunately, on the board.
Yeah.
The Zolas, and I mean, it's not obviously you're getting Shutterwalk back, so you can't be too upset.
Right.
But assuming this game were any other game, you definitely want those 1-cost Shutterwalks just to finish off the game, because occasionally the 9-cost ones can fail again.
I'm actually curious if Quachi has some weird scenario where like Shutterwalk just keeps failing over and over to put a 1-mana copy in his hand. Oh, it seems
yeah.
But like, say it didn't. It's just like, and then because Fancy was Overload next turn, was that a 1-window opportunity?
I don't think so. I think just because.
Why is he surprised by that? That's the 30th card.
His last card, you had 10 cards in your hand, like Spirit Echo on the totems, didn't work out as planned.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised we're not moving on to.
I think
I think he's going for the fail option.
Well, yeah. There's one thing that I've learned from this though is that Quachi would be a very fun streamer to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, his reactions are something else.
So. We're talking about, is there a chance for the Shutterwalks to fail?
Well, I mean, there's like really weird stuff you can get through, like Unstable Evolution, for example. You just get that. He discovered a Battlecry minion. He can Shutterwalk himself, but he doesn't have
Shutterwalk Wars.
He didn't actually play any Battlecry minions, right?
He did not.
Let me look at his deck.
Unless Overload counts as a Battlecry.
Sandbinder, Stonehill Defender, and that's it. Oh, Hagatha, of course.
Oh yeah. I think if there's a sequence of battle cries that can prevent these Shutterwalks from proccing, I think it's Hagatha, Grumble, Serenite, or Zola, Grumble, Hagatha, Serenite, and then when you play the second Shutterwalk, the Hagatha goes off first.
Yes. Clearing
the board.
I think PNC wants to dump spells right now, but the only spells he can really dump are like Ancestral Spirit, Spirit Echo, like
Lava Burst,
the Earth Shock. I think I like that, because then you can play double Shutterwalk and once again guarantee it, and then that sets up a scenario where you're not overloaded, and you might be able to just win next turn. Okay, this is fine too.
That's definitely something a lot of people have to keep in mind.
Oh, wait. This makes a lot of sense, too, because then he can Ancestral Spirit the Shudder Walk in case it failed. Ah, this is actually really smart by PNC. It's a good spot. One of those cool things where, like, doesn't really make that big of a difference, but he found the optimal play.
Still cool.
Yes.
I'm gonna play it again, but is this gonna... Wait, so if his hand's full and it dies with an Ancestral Spirit, he's just gonna get a 6/6 back. That's cool. His hand's gonna be full, so it's gonna die. But then it died again.
So he's hoping that the way this sequenced was that he'd be able to summon more copies of Shudderwalk and have a maximum board to pressure. Because right now, Quachi is gonna die to Fatigue. And so PNC was trying to pressure as much as he could. I don't think that last Shudderwalk was absolutely necessary, but I can understand his rationale for it, which is, you know, maybe one of the Shudderwalks just ends up sequencing to the point where you just have a big board.
Yeah. And this is also something that's probably going to come up later, if not today, then definitely later in the tournament. Because Shudderwalk because there's so many control matches out there right now, that you actually just don't play Hagatha at all if you're up against a control deck unless it's absolutely necessary. Because it fills up your hand like this and it makes the Shudderwalk turns awkward, there's a potential that even if the Shudderwalk succeeds, because you have a full hand because of Hagatha, even if it gets the successful bounces off, it's still not going to go.
Yeah.
And how those lightning bolts treating you. Killed the 6/3s, and he has 5 more in hand. Not exactly making progress.
I like that Quachi took time out of his day to think about what he wanted to write on that pad, but did not think about the opportunity to end this game 20 minutes ago.
Or just take notes in general.
Well, I mean, he's probably taking notes, yeah, if he has a notepad in front of him. So I think PNC can play the 9-mana Shudderwalk first, and then the 1-mana one?
We're at 5 cards. I mean, 10. 5 Shudderwalks, 10 cards total. I don't think it actually even matters at this point if I think all of them could fail. I think just the Life Drinker damage alone is enough to get him there.
Yeah, because it's kind of like having a Blood Reaver Gul'dan hero power. It just deals 3, heals 3, and so you're heading fatigue that way.
9 damage Gul'dan hero power. How long can this go on? That's up to you, buddy. You can end this whenever.
Yeah, the concede button's in the bottom right corner last time
I check it very often.
Well, he's not giving hope because he still has Hagatha. And he's hoping some miracle, like, misplay here from PNC.
He's ready to take on the world. Bring on all the Shudderwalks you got. Can't say he's not confident.
I can't disagree with you. Wow. Wow. I just have no words for what's going on here. Quachi is determined to drag on round 4 Swiss as long as possible.
We've been, you know,
this guy is at this point, he knows what let's dispel the notion that Quachi doesn't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
We've been focusing a lot on the reactions on the bottom half of the screen. PNC's had a few of his own.
He's
Mostly
sinking deeper and deeper into his chair.
Most of his reactions I can interpret as something along the lines of,
oh,
why is this game still going on?
Oh, please kill him with the Spellstone. That'll be just poetic justice. Just play a 1-mana Shudderwalk, Spellstone afterwards. It doesn't even matter. It's not even a good turn. Just do it.
It's the universe coming together so we can all partake in this moment.
What?
Oh my goodness.
How is he? He can't keep getting away with this. Okay, I don't understand, man. Imagine if he had Wind Fury or something and he was just like hitting for... Oh.
My jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
Olvac first. Really unfortunate that he's not getting any of these one drops
I think
back.
this is actually lethal, though, because he hits a Life Drinker and then his opponent takes 5 for fatigue.
Is he also on 5 or is he on 4?
Oh, actually, he could be on 4, but either way, it's almost a foregone conclusion, I think. If he just like Lava Burst face.
It's been a foregone conclusion.
Just Lava Burst the face. Oh, please, bro. He sees it. He knows it. He wants it. Oh, he's going to...
Okay. Not missing lethal. It's hard to think that this game actually should have been over about 20 turns ago.
The only appropriate way to respond is to miss-lethal yourself when you have a guaranteed victory.
It's the gentlemanly thing to do. Although PNC doesn't know that he missed lethal.
That's right.
He will after this game. Or after the series.
I hope Christina walked up and said, you should have spell stoned the spell damage to him for that 1 extra damage. All right. Wow, that was game. And again, I actually apologize if I went over the line. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm not sorry that I went over the line, Will.
Don't apologize for being passionate, Dan.
I am very
That's what people like
opinionated about that game. I'm a human too. That's right. Frodian has cracked. He's gone off the deep end. He's going in the wreck full bucket.
So many years in the industry, and this is what it takes to finally break Dan.
That was the last time Frodian casted a Hearthstone Championship Tour style.
He broke. I don't know why he just attacked the man.
Upset.
He ran out of the studio and just attacked him.
I am visibly upset. And that was game 2. We have at least one more game. We could go all the way. Quachi could continue to rampage. And as much as we're harping upon how that game was played, I do want to point out one thing, is that he did bring awesome decks. So Quachi.
He did. Props to him.
You're the people's champion.
He's my champion.
Okay, good. You'll be getting 1 pack.
I don't think I'm going to get any packs at this rate.